everyone, so I thought I would do a little how I glow up video, because I wouldn't say I've had a massive glow up, but I will say I definitely have since lockdown. So I thought I'd just run through some little tips and tricks I feel like superficially help you glow up. Every time I hear that noise, I think I'm gonna hear doof afterwards, and it never happens. I do want to preface by saying, obviously, like, realistically, like, glowing up is all about internally and like being confident internally. For me, there are things, and I think a lot of people, where when you're doing these certain things, you just feel better about yourself. So the first thing for me is brow tint. Now, this does depend on you and if you have good brows. Personally, I like my brows, but I hate them at the same time. If I have no makeup on, you cannot see them. So I feel so much better about myself without makeup on when I have my brows done. So yeah, I would highly recommend, like, does depend. If you're lucky and you have the most beautiful brows, then I envy you. If you're like me, try a little brow tint. I feel like it really makes a massive difference, because it also makes a big difference to even when you're doing your makeup, because it saves time when you do your brows, when you do your makeup, which brows are like one of those things that I can't not have them done. I really despise doing them. Another one is definitely, again, dependent on you as a person, but is having a tan, whether that's fake, whether that's real, or whether that's just on your arms and your neck. I personally feel so much better about myself when I have a tan, and there is a reason for it. It's honestly to do with makeup. I feel like I like my makeup so much more when my body is tanned, because I don't do pale girl makeup. I can't do it. It annoys me too much. Like, the bronzer looks too intense, the blush looks too intense, like everything looks too much when I do pale makeup, because I love my bronzer, I love my blusher. I do two things. Either, like, now I'm actually not having to tan, I have like a little natural tan, because I'm in Morocco, I went to the beach, it's finally getting a bit sunnier. I try and sit in the sun, so I'm definitely getting like a bit more, like you can see a little bit more of a tan now, which is great. Which then means my makeup I don't need to use fake tan. But what I tend to do is I always do one of two things. I either fake tan my whole body, but then you have to scrub it off and it's an effort. Or I do one of three. I use a gradual tan, which is normally my favourite method, is to use a gradual tan, because you don't really ever get to the point where you need to scrub it off. And even if you scrub your skin in the shower, like scrub your body like when you're showering, it doesn't come off patchy like a normal tan would. So I do recommend a gradual tan. And then what I use little, either like a face fake tan spray or the drops into moisturiser. But the drops into moisturiser are really good, because you can almost make your own gradual tan by mixing it in with your body lotion, and then if you only want to put it on your arms. So in winter, what I've been doing this year is I mix in my little drops in my body lotion, and I'd put it on my arms and my neck and my chest, and it just makes me feel way more alive. Next one is having a good skincare routine. I stand by this. I feel so good every morning, every night when I do my skincare. Like, I definitely like it a bit more in the UK, just simply because I can change it up a bit, I can play around with it more. I'm not worried about it running out, because I can just repurchase it. Being here, I don't want to like overuse anything, because I'm scared I'm going to run out before I can like repurchase it. I do just think it's really just nice to wake up and have a nice skincare routine. Do you know what I mean? It's just a really nice feeling. It just makes you feel ready for the day. Also, it's so nice to have it under makeup. Now, this one you're either going to agree or disagree with me with. It does depend on you as a person and your hair. For me, I style my hair every time after I wash it. It's one of my favourite things. I feel so good about myself blow drying and styling my hair every time I wash it. I also heard someone say once that if you let your hair air dry, it actually goes greasy quicker because you've let it air dry. I don't know if that's true or not. I do my hair differently here compared to the UK. In the UK, I have a bit more options, so I can change it up a bit more. Here, I've pretty much got straightening or curling, and I can do two different types of curl depending how I curl it. In the UK, I have my air wrap, I have my straighteners, my curlers, I have my waving mermaid wand thing. I do have a bit more option in the UK, but I love just when I've showered, blow drying my hair and styling it. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a bit nicer in the UK. It felt bougier and nicer because I do have an air wrap. So using that air wrap dryer is so fast. It's so good because it's just like poof, in your hair. Like, it's so powerful and condenses it, like condenses all that air. So I feel like my hair dries so fast with it. So I do miss my air wrap, so I'll be excited to get back to it. But I also, before I came out here, I bought the GHD curler and I love it. Before, I didn't have it. So before, if I wanted my hair curly, I'd use the air wrap. If I wanted it straight, I'd straighten it. Whereas now I obviously have a curler. But I do miss the air wrap in a sense. Like, it is nice to have that like blowout. But I do think in Morocco, if I had that, my hair would just go frizzy and curly. Whereas like when it's heat done, it stays. In the the UK, I do sometimes leave my hair natural because I don't dislike my natural hair. It's more that I don't like having to wait for it to dry. I feel so much better when my hair is just done. Like, I can style it and it's done, you know? And following on from that is a little tip I have. If you're a makeup girly and you're a hair, like, you like to feel ready for the day, try doing your hair and makeup every single day. I would highly recommend it because I have never felt more put together and ready for the day than when I do my makeup and hair every single morning. When I moved out in August 2022, I made a deal with myself. Every day I'm gonna do my hair and makeup, because at my mum's I didn't really, and I just like, I got ready but I didn't do my hair and makeup, I just chilled. Whereas like once I moved out, it's like, no, I'm doing my hair and makeup every day, because if I randomly am sitting on the sofa and I'm like, oh, I want to pop to Asda, of course I can go to Asda with no makeup on, but I'd rather feel good and ready for the day and have my makeup done. I'm not saying a full face, it can be a little bit, but just something that makes you feel like good. When you look in the mirror, you're gonna like how you look and not judge yourself. Do you know what I mean? Also, the other part on that is like getting dressed. Now, what I mean by getting dressed is each to their own. I love my joggers, actually, that's a lie. I'm a jogger and a little top girl, right? I will not go out with that on. I'll happily go out in a matching set, like a hoodie and joggers, but I don't have any that are like going out worthy. Like, I only have one and it's all like old and yucky now. Nice quality matching joggers and top. If I did, then I would happily go out in one of those. But what I would say is, when you get ready every morning, put something on that if you randomly, your mum was like, or you were like, oh, I need to pop to Asda, you can go with how you're wearing. You just need to put your shoes on and maybe a coat, depending on the time of year. Because if you are putting something on that if you go out, you can't go out in, you need to change before you go out, that's fine if you're fine with that. But for me, it makes me feel more sluggish. Like, I want to be wearing something that if I need to pop out, I can literally go out in those clothes. Like, my boyfriend used to think I was crazy. Like for example, my boyfriend's the type where he grew up like, if he was wearing his jeans, and he still does it now, if he's wearing his jeans, when he gets home, he will instantly take his jeans off and put his comfies on. Whereas I'm the type that stays in my jeans because I want to feel ready, I want to feel dressed. Being in Morocco, I don't tend to do that anymore. I have sort of converted into him of like, when I get back, I instantly take my cargos off, my jeans off, and I put my pajama bottoms on. And I don't mind that, honestly, but I do like that a bit more. Another one is almost like fake being confident, because I keep seeing these little things and I feel like maybe these will help someone, and because it's really mentally helped me, is when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to be sitting there like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't go to this I didn't go to that beach day because I don't like how I look. No, of course you're not. You're not going to think about how you looked. When you're on your deathbed, you're going to be thinking about all the fun times, all the memories, all the good things you did. You're not going to be sitting there like, oh yeah, I did look a bit big in this. Oh yeah, my thighs were a bit big. Oh, I'm really happy I didn't go here because I was nervous. So like, do you know what I mean? Like, or like not doing something because of how you look, or not wearing something because of how you look. You're not going to look back on that and be thinking about those things. So why think about them now? Don't stop judging yourself, because when you're old, you're not going to be looking back and judging yourself. That's really helped me recently. It's made me think, you know what, I'm gonna wear whatever I want. I don't care if I'm a bit self-conscious, like obviously to an extent, but like still where I'm comfortable. And the last thing, again, this is dependent on you, but is jewelry. I feel so much more put together when I have my jewelry on. Like, I don't know if it's just me, when my hair, makeup and jewelry is on, I feel so productive, I feel ready for the day, I feel so good. So if you're like me, try it out. Stop waiting to put your jewelry on until you leave the house. Put it on when you're at home, because I tell you, it will make you feel, if you're not a jewelry person, then obviously don't, but if you are, trust me, this will make you feel so much better. Like, it will, I promise you. I feel like right now, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm so, like, yes, like, you know? So yeah, that is all my little tips and tricks to like glow up. And it is like a weird word saying glow up, because it isn't, it doesn't, you know? Like, a lot of it is a mental thing. All of these things, yes, they physically change, like you're doing something physical to yourself, but it's all mental. Doing your brows, mentally, like, it makes you feel better. It's not about how, like, because of how it looks, it makes you feel better inside. I hope these helped. I hope maybe they're little things that you might try. If you are feeling a bit like low or something, maybe just do your makeup every day and it'll make you feel really productive. You never know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you in my next video. Let me know anything you want to see in the comments. Bye.